My mother's parents were very worried because she met with the resistance group against the Nazis. She was 20 years old. She was your age. We don't want to wait so long that we have to be heroes.
Hey Gators, Josh Miranda here, staff writer for Express Magazine. Today we're here outside City Hall for the No Kings protest. This is the second round of No Kings demonstrations that are a response to the Trump administration's policies.
Well, I'm not a fan of authoritarianism. And it seems to me, as somebody who has always really believed in what our country could be, that we are very much losing our way. My friend who's not with me, she also dresses up as a suffragette because we want to make it clear we did it once, we'll do it again. People will always fight for their rights. We have centuries of history to show that people will always come and fight until everyone has rights, no one has rights.
Right now, Civic Center isn't too crowded, as protesters gather at Sue Bierman Park, the starting point for the city-approved march to City Hall.
I'm Judith Jacuzzi, and I'm here because it's what I can do. I can't do a lot to help, but I can do this.
Why do you want to dress up like this today?
Well, they talked about how that to cut back on violence during a protest, that funny animals would help. And that's why I wanted to wear an animal, so that I could help keep it calm.
And what are you guys' thoughts right now with the current administration? How do you guys feel with everything that's going on?
How many words do you want?
I think the whole circus needs to stop. They're taking all of our money, poor people, middle class, giving it to their billionaire friends and cronies, and we should just stop giving them our money, period.
I'm really concerned about the way they're treating immigrants, people who aren't documented.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned about bombing boats in Venezuela. I'm very concerned about putting National Guard troops as policemen in cities.
People are going to lose their insurance and stuff.
The list just goes on and on and on.
What brought you here?
Oh, to fight against fascism.
Honestly, to represent, the young people, right? To represent the students. People get so caught up in their own lives, we can't grow apathetic and we can't, ignore what's happening, in D.C. in the White House, and we can't ignore, our own rights and our future getting infringed.
What do you think about them bringing the National Guard here?
It's overreach, and we don't need it.
Obviously it's scary. But the fact that he's worried about it does make me happy. The fact that he wants to move into SF, Chicago, LA, New York. He's scared of the people that are in each of those states, what they're against and who they're against, because they know it's him. He knows it's him.
It is absolutely terrible that that's accepted, to use the military against your own people. It has been a fundamental for the last 1,000 years that only dictators use the military to control their own people. Where else do you see it? Tell me.
He knows that we'll fight back, both as a population, as people, and as a government, right? And good luck coming here, honestly.
What would you say to our generation of people who want to make change? What would you say to them?
What I would say is study history and take institutions seriously. Don't gamble with them.
Educate yourself, read the news. Honestly, that's just the most important thing. In a society where we have increasingly become less dependent on real journalism and more dependent on fake whatever spread online, you have to be really careful about what information you're finding, right? And you have to make sure that you're not in the dark, right? Fascism spreads in stupidities, fascism spreads in disinformation, right? And I'm not saying the people that voted for Trump are stupid. I understand why you voted for Trump, but at the same time, you got to read and you got to talk to people who aren't, informing themselves to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen.
It's been 2 days after the protests, and something I've been seeing from people is that the protests are more performative and they're not really doing anything. What do you have to say to people who think like that?
I absolutely agree. At the root, these type of protests that are being approved by the city, there's police escorting us there. They do nothing. It's just like a parade. The protests that matter is if it's unplanned, people just show up, get in good trouble, as John Lewis would say.
Do something. Get in trouble. Good trouble.
The real stuff that matters is if we get those people that attend the protests to get involved, talk to their friends, talk to their families, because protests do not matter unless you take action after.
Do you think Democrats are doing enough right now?
Yes and no. I think there could always be more. Our democracy is on the line. I want to see more from every elected official. And I think there's great progress happening from the Prop 50 that's being voted on in just about 2 weeks.
Californians need to stop fighting with both hands tied behind our backs.
Vote yes on 50.
Yes on 50.
President Trump asked Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, to find 5 more seats so they could have an easier way of winning the 2026 House elections. So if Republicans retain the majority, they're only get more and more extreme, especially if they have a functioning majority. It's going to make sure healthcare is gutted away. Gay marriage and gay rights are going to be overridden. There's been some private talks about a federal abortion ban if they are given a better majority. This is democracy on the line, and I encourage everyone to vote yes.
I don't believe we've actually achieved true, by the people, for the people, but I believe we can. And that does not happen when we have people being taken off the streets without probable cause, and when our rights are being trampled upon daily. I believe in what this country could be. This road will not take us there.
Read expressmagazine.org. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. That's